Oh, Halloween? What? Ahoy there.
Unbelievable.
We just Cinephile and the
I
collector's
can't
Club.
believe Superman
Yeah,
is
they're
not going to
running
be on
the
this
show,
thing.
right?
Boo.
That was good ones. Especially, I'm not a graphic design fan of the newer stuff, but that episode 1 with the shadow of Vader, that is a damn good design.
I love it. But yeah, we're not all here, obviously. The collector's club is here, but that's an even number, and that's stupid when you're trying to do a best 3 out of 5 voting situation.
Huh.
So who are we going to bring in? Who's a friend of the channel, who loves these tournaments?
I don't know.
He's an artiste in his own right, and might actually know something about it, so we don't feel so stupid. And here he is giggling to himself. The other day, as I like to call him.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, there you are,
Mr.
Collectors
Hangout.
Club. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah,
Glad to
you
break
seem to-
some ties here.
The most knowledgeable person art-wise here.
Yeah, I'm like I know what I likes,
Yeah.
but I don't know why I likes what I likes.
I don't know how many names I can drop though. I'm not that good with poster artists, other than maybe the top 3. But
Right, me neither. So don't feel bad. That's a
Tim's a
collectively.
better historian with that. Probably Tim and
Hopefully
Huck, I'd guess.
I think Tim's got us covered.
Yeah.
Tim knows all 32 of these artists. I mean, they're not 32 different artists, but
No.
I could have made a Drew Struzan tournament, and I honestly considered doing that, but that's boring. But yeah,
But not really.
Not boring.
Yeah.
No, we'll do it. Like, do one. I'll be there.
Next time we'll do Drew Struzan, cruising for
Yeah.
Struzan, the tournament. That's what I want to do.
Cruising first, Truson. Nice.
But, yeah. Well, yeah. I'll look at the comments now that I'm done with that video before I forget to. I'm so bad at comments, so I'll just look at who's here. Mr. Johnny's here. Thanks for showing up.
What's up,
sir.
Johnny?
Like posters, because we're talking about the posters, not the movie. Everyone here
That's right.
who burns and needs to know what part of it they need to be thinking with.
The composition, the color, the
Holland's
line.
here.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, Mr. Holland. He's always here. Thanks for showing up, everybody.
And the
Hello,
impact.
hello.
Sure, we'll get a few more stragglers in here, but this can take a while, especially when we argue with each other. So let's just jump into it.
The poster fans will start flooding. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'll be like, what about posters?
All
One time.
7 of them.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say all 5 poster fans will be coming in.
Yeah.
We'll take y'all. Come on.
We don't
in.
do it for the views. We do it because it's fun. That's what I always say. If you don't
Good
enjoy it,
thing.
why bother? So
Oh,
we're just gonna get right into it. Round 1. You get a
All right.
Apocalypse Now. And who did this one?
Bob. So we have a Bob Peak poster,
Thank you.
and then just
Reynolds Brown.
a
Reynolds Brown did
classic,
the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Yes.
Both classics.
You know,
This is actually easy for me.
is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Forgot we're writing it down.
Yeah. So we're gonna write down what we want. We'll do the old 3, 2, 1. I'll remove the screen, and then whatever gets the most votes, I'll click on, and then we'll say why we picked what we picked.
I don't expect my choice to win this, but damn it, I'm going with it.
Don't be so sure, Tony.
But yeah, both these artists, though, I mean, they're fantastic for their time period. Like Reynolds Brown is absolutely iconic for 50s monster movies, like absolutely influential. And Bob Peak is freaking Bob Peak. So
And he makes purdy things. A few more people jumped in, so I'm gonna say ahoy to them quick before we show our results. Adam's here. Thanks for showing up. Time to poster. Tim's catchphrase. I want you to name anyone. Thank you, Mike B. I don't recognize your name, but I also have no memory. But either way, thanks for being here. Yay, posters. And Caveman is also here. He's an artist too.
Yeah, I've seen some of his drawings.
I was unaware of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can be on the Cruising for a Struzan stream.
So for a kind of Bob Peak trivia too, since he's up here, you guys know his son is a big artist too, right? His son Matthew Peak did Nightmare on Elm Street, among many other things.
Nice.
Oh, okay,
The
that makes
original?
sense.
The original
Yeah.
Nightmare?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
I just learned that
Totally
recently.
different styles.
Yeah,
Maybe
a lot of the
from you, Tim.
latter Nightmare movies, though, I could definitely see this kind of influence on, with like Nightmare 4 and 5, especially. All right, let's flip these boys over. 3, 2, 1. An Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
No way.
It's a
We
sweet.
Oh, wow.
Going for that
Wow.
one. Be really
Wow.
jealous.
Okay, that shocks me. I thought there was going to be Bob Peak love, and I didn't expect.
Well, and that's the tough thing, Tim. I love Bob Peak, so this was hard to do, but there's something of that nostalgic vintage. Those old posters really get me going.
Yeah.
The monster
thanks,
movie
man.
era, like that the movie. So I don't know if you guys ever watched Attack the 50-Foot Woman.
Oh yeah.
It's fun, cheesy, campy, but that poster ushered in a whole wave of monster movie posters in a similar vein. So many people inspired by his stuff. So yeah, absolutely iconic. So I thank round of applause to all you guys for actually doing that one.
So I'm
And
curious.
maybe we would have never gotten Reptilicus. Who knows?
What? Yeah, Reptilicus is a classic. You saw that poster. So what made you guys pick that one?
Well, not to say like that's one of Bob Peak's weaker ones. It's just one of my least favorite ones. You know, like when I see his other stuff, I'm usually drawn to others, like his Star Trek work for the original. And yeah, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. It's just it's just interesting. You know, it's exciting. You want to watch it. It draws you into the movie, even though you haven't seen it yet. So it does its job at making you curious. Where I think maybe, Apocalypse Now is very pretty, but it's not like, oh, I got to see this movie. I got to figure out what all this is about.
It doesn't convey the movie the same way. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. You look at the poster. That's what the movie is. It's a giant woman attacking.
What's that about?
It's like, I got to see that. I got to see that.
And you know what they did back in the day better than anything is they utilized negative space. So you have all that just tons of yellow and giant font, like the name of the movie is huge. And then the action is with around that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Go. That was great.
Yeah. The Apocalypse Now. I'm like, I was kind of surprised. Like, it's a beautiful poster. Yeah. Like you said, but I'm sort of surprised it showed up on as many lists as it did. Like it was one that like just barely made it here, I think.
Like, Superman should have been on instead.
Yeah, it's not the peak I would pick though. It's just many shades of red. It doesn't have that same pop.
Yeah, but yeah, like we were saying, the 50-Foot Woman. You see that poster, you're like, I wonder what this is about. Oh, okay. That's the title alone doesn't explain it thoroughly enough.
Right.
Yeah, it's a Warner Archive title, right, Tim? Yeah, I picked that up on the last sale.
The effects for the 50-Foot Woman are so funny because when she's giant, they film it's a giant paper mache hand. They're just moving around a gigantic paper mache hand.
The good old days.
You know, the downside of the effect, I was watching the making of after it, is they gave them so like there is like you always say there's a charm about older effects, but not so much on this one because you can see through them. Like keying them was a problem. And so when she's walking, I'm like, are they like I literally thought like the main guy, from the space who's huge. I thought he was a ghost because I was seeing through him the whole time. And in the making of, they said that's the one thing they wish they could have fixed because no, they're not supposed to be see-through, but they gave them no money and that's the best they could do. So you have to pretend that they're solid. You have to like, you go, they're not see-through, they're solid.
The poster didn't say nothing about ghosts.
Exactly.
How about you, Mike? Why did you go super, super old school on that one?
Yeah, I second everything you guys said. To me, that poster makes you want to see the movie. So even though I haven't seen it yet, I mean, it's a giant lady destroying a city. What else more do you need than that?
That's right.
And there's a lot of details there, too. I think you could see some of the vehicles and some of the people walking around. So there's just more in there to unpack where Apocalypse Now makes me not want to watch the movie. And I've seen the movie, but the poster is just boring. I can't even tell what's going on in the poster. It's like somebody's face and a ton of red, like you said. Like, what else is happening there? The details aren't distinct enough for me. So
yeah, you gotta be up on it.
Just fat Marlon Brando and the Heart of Darkness behind him. All right, Tim's gonna either be really angry at this matchup that is all random, by the way, for people who think I cheat. I had to randomize this a good 50, 60 times. There you go. It's AP, An Anatomy of a Murder.
Yeah. Easy. And Jurassic Park is Chip Kid, and Anatomy is Saul Bass for anyone.
Yeah, Saul Bass. Kid.
See, I knew Tim would know.
Yeah, I'm like, that's why he's here. I just picked the stuff.
That's why he's here.
I don't know. I don't know all of them, but yeah, Chip Kid is a graphic designer, whereas Saul Bass was more traditional art and many title screens for movies.
Yeah, those are always great. This is a close one, but I like, they're both intriguing, so it's hard to gauge based on that. Okay. Y'all good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Saul good. All right, 3, 2, 1. Anatomy of a Murder.
Oh,
Wow! Look, good thing you had your shirt on, Huck. You better take it off now.
See, I don't think that one is as strong as, I don't know. It's interesting you guys all picked that because
I'm surprised too.
The simplicity of that Jurassic Park thing. It's just so, I don't know. It was an incredible simplistic logo. I think that other one is lacking. It's so simple. I feel like it's lacking a little something. So I'm a little shocked that you guys all picked that, but there you go.
I freaking adore Jurassic Park. The poster is very simple. I do love it, but it is just the logo of the park in the movie. Like that's all it is. Whereas like Anatomy is actually a created piece of art specific to that poster, and it draws me in and intrigues me. Like, plus it's a fantastic movie, but that regardless, Saul Bass, it's great art. Like you got the cut up piece of the body. It just it intrigues me. And like I said, the Jurassic Park is just the logo that's already in the movie.
Yeah. That's pretty much the reason I decided to go that way too. It's just like that was the final straw. I'm like, I mean, this is already in the movie. It's not like they had to design it for the poster.
Right.
Well, no, I disagree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, in some ways that is interesting, and that's what makes it interesting is the marketing is also, it's like it's marketing the movie, but also marketing the park itself at the same time, which is kind of cool. It makes the park seem to almost live in our world in a way. So I like that aspect about it. But with Anatomy of the Murder, I really like the shapes making up a single shape being grouped together to create the body. So I think that's what works for me with that one. That shapes working together to create a new shape.
Nice. What'd you think?
Yeah, I like the coloring on the Jurassic Park maybe a little bit better with the reds and the yellows. I do like the font as well. But other than that, like you guys said, pretty simple in details. You pretty much just got a dinosaur on there. So I know it's a movie about dinosaurs, but that's about it. The other poster, like you guys said, the separated limbs just intrigues you. You want to watch that movie. And also the font's pretty cool on that one too, how it's kind of like weirdly written, like it's kind of creepy almost. So it just makes me want to watch Anatomy of the Murderer a little bit more.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen it too. It's great. It's in the Columbia Classic. So
yeah.
Very good movie.
A few more people showed up here. I'm going to say hey to them before we forget. Tiana, our number 1 fan.
Hey, Tiana.
Sorry, Jurassic Park lost already, but thanks. Play along, everybody. Get mad at us when we pick the wrong answer.
I'm sorry. Probably everyone expected me to just go with Jurassic.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't think he was gonna go with Jurassic Park in this one. My wife's mad though. She said, "How could you?" Too. That's also her favorite movie. So I'm gonna get a divorce tomorrow now. I also picked Anatomy of a Murder. It's no bad movie. I can't remember if I said hey to you, but thanks for showing up, everybody. And Movies with Ryan is here.
Like I said, you'll see my strong bias against graphic design stuff versus traditional art.
Yeah.
So you'll see a strong bias against that. It's who I am.
Me too, to an extent, for sure. And what Brian said, come on, you got to grow up. What are you doing?
Grow something there, buddy.
I need more facial hair.
Yeah,
wow, look at this.
You're going that's like this big.
Now, Ryan, I will tell you, like I get sort of that Keanu Reeves patchy stuff on the side, so I suck, but I do get a good goatee. Although my wife doesn't want it because now that I'm older, it doesn't come in all red and cool. It's all like white. You look older with that. I was like, oh yeah, it is sort of pale. So
I've wanted gray hair since I was like 18.
It's coming.
Love
Don't
it.
worry.
All right. Here
That's funny, Ryan.
is
Ooh.
we got this Raiders of the Lost Ark poster, not the one that I even expected when I was looking them up.
I like
This
that
was
one
the
better, honestly.
Original one. Yeah, this one, beautiful. And then Breakfast at Tiffany's with Audrey Hepburn.
Are you able to blow these up a little bit more by chance?
No, this is as big as they get, sadly.
Okay.
Did you full screen your
Yeah, I went
screen?
full screen.
Yeah,
Go full
I
screen.
did.
It helps.
Yeah. I wish I could, but if I touch anything wrong, it'll just be like, no, and then I'll have to like start.
Oh shit.
Mm.
This
Jim, I don't know if you noticed, but if you look at the borders on Breakfast at Tiffany's, those are the same type of borders that's in our promo for our marathon. When
Yeah.
you see the do-do-do-do-do, and the things are coming, it's those. Go back and watch it. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
love
That's
it.
I'm like, oh, it's like an old like 60s game. I'm running me to Catch Me If You Can when I saw that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And isn't that Amstel that they did that Raiders? I want to say there was Amstel.
yeah, I'm pretty damn sure it's Amstel.
Well, good. Then I feel less bad about having too many Drewsons because he did the other one, right?
Yeah, he did all the other ones, but that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said it looked a little different. It didn't look quite like one of his. That's why I was
Yeah.
surprised when this one popped up.
And Robert McGinnis is Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Nice. Good old Bobby Gins.
Look at us. Look at us, Tim. Let's go.
Righty.
Oh
So,
god, this one hurts.
we all good? We all good?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I went Raiders on this one. I like that Raiders poster a lot more. So that's kind of
Look at that.
all right. It's what did you have, Tim? Oh, nice. Tiffany. Yeah, I mean, I was like
Tiffany's
on the fence.
That asymmetrical composition of Breakfast at Tiffany's is really nice. And I think the Raiders one for me was just a little too much of like a character poster. I know there's information at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I like on the Tiffany's them embracing with the city skyline in the back, and on the other side is just her taking up the whole portrait.
Derek,
Yeah,
can you
it's
show them up
interesting
again?
position.
Can you pop them up again since we're like talking
I
about them?
can't now because I already clicked.
Oh, you've already sent them. You sent them packing. Got it.
Sorry, but yeah, I like that Raiders poster. I love the look of the overall poster. Just looks like it's old and dirty, unlike the other one where it just looked like a nice clean poster. So I prefer that poster design to the other Raiders one that's like on every case viewer. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen this one when I was researching these.
Yeah, that one was one of my favorites growing up. It had the, and we're judging this for the poster, right? And I just remember seeing it. It really intrigued me to get in there and see what this film was about. And then loving the film just instantly make me love the poster more. So that's my connection to that Raiders. Like I even like that one more than the Struzan that they inevitably, where he's just got the whip and he's smiling and the arc is behind him. I'm like that I kind of see why they didn't go with that originally. Yet that's on all the packaging now. It's like it's all Drew's work on all three. I guess probably to make it look all more uniform.
Right.
Yeah. I think that was for like the re-release. They did that poster, if I remember right, when I was looking at all of them.
Yeah.
And I do have to quickly say before we hop on then movie wise, I freaking love it, like enough so there she is in a statue form.
Nice.
Awesome.
I love it. But good God, Mickey Rooney's character did not age well at all.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that was that movie.
Oh my God, it is. Whew.
Yeah.
He's playing the worst caricature of an Asian man possible.
Oh yeah. It's horrible.
Like yellow face, like
who
else did that? Christopher Lee or something like that, and it happened a lot back then.
Yeah. Besides that, though, the movie is absolutely wonderful movie.
Right. I don't think
Tim,
I've seen
who
that
did
one.
Indy 5 poster, the Dial of Destiny? Who did that one? Do you know?
No.
Was it Blake Armstrong?
I'm like, I don't think it was Drew because it didn't look like any of his.
Yeah, I don't think
there's a guy, actually I worked with him, and he's coming up. He's sort of like this really new hot. He did like Ready Player One, and he did like a concept poster for Guardians, which was beautiful. It went to a contest. I'm like, dude, you should have won. And he's very much to me the heir to Drew. So I'm only guessing that because it felt a little Drew-like. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Imitation Drew.
And a little peak in a way.
And a little like a mix. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look into that one. I would hang it because it's beautiful, but I didn't really care for the movie.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I finally see it.
Same.
I was like, why'd you go for Tiffany's? I was kind of surprised you didn't go Raiders, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's where my eyes go to first. So the colors just pop a lot more on breakfast with Tiffany's, with the, you know, the 4 different colors with the background image. And then the actress is very distinct there, like she pops. Whereas Raiders, everything's like washed together. It's kind of even tough to see Harrison Ford there. So it's just like browns.
It is heavy on browns, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I like about it, is that it looks like it's aged, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What I like about it. But yeah, other than that, I totally understand everything you said. All right. Anyone else here? Let's look quick while we're here. Tony's here. Uncle Tony. How you doing, Uncle Tony?
Hey, Tony.
Raiders already lost. I'm sorry.
Raiders lost.
You can go to bed now, Tony. Let's keep the stream on.
That was not
Raiders
expected,
lost
though.
Yeah, I was like,
I know.
I almost picked Breakfast at Tiffany's too. I was like, I don't know.
But Tiffany's is a beautiful poster. Yeah.
This one's a cool matchup.
Why do I see vintage stuff taking this all the way?
Yeah, no, that's what I was like. It's either going to be like really lame and like the thing everyone expects is going to win, or we're going to be like, no, this one really deserves.
I don't know.
Like some
I think
limelight. Like the older ones are just like, yeah, they're just
I think
better.
the fact that Jurassic's already out sort of makes it like
And Raiders,
Oh.
and we got Martin Scorsese's Mean Streets and Dr. No, the first James Bond film.
So
according to the poster.
Robert McGinnis also did a bunch of Bond, and I feel like Dr. No is his.
I'm gonna start doing like you guys. Whichever one my eyes catch, that's what I'm gonna vote on. I'm not gonna go with movies anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean, I try not to vote for the movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely not going movie. I'm just going close. I'm thinking, what do I most want to put on my wall between each one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good
Probably
point.
gonna lose this, but I just like it better.
God, this is a hard one. I love the negative space in Mean Streets.
And you got that sort of yellow, the same negative yellow space that was in the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman.
Yeah.
On Dr. No.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, these are good.
yeah, they are really good.
I had trouble
like
finding
Dr.
the
No
vertical
just-
version of Dr. No because I kept finding like the horizontal
yeah.
poster, but it looks exactly the same artwork wise. All right. Are we all good, or do you want me to take it up?
No, yeah, I'm. God, this is a tough one.
Yeah. This is
You
right.
let me know. I'm good.
All right, I'm okay. I mean, I'm gonna flip flop otherwise.
Okay, Tim.
I just got to go with what I already wrote down.
Yeah.
Right, pretty much.
No erasing, even though it's wet erasing.
No take backsies. Yeah, you have to do Sharpie markers tonight. Right.
I have 32 boards.
Over about like 60 whiteboards. Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. Mean Streets. Mean Streets.
Ooh.
Mean Streets. Dr. No. Dr. No.
Barely, because I'm
gonna have no pony in this
I
race.
was not confident.
The negative space in Mean Streets draws my eye immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love the design of that one with the
Yeah,
holding the gun as the chimney of the building. It's just, I've always loved that.
Yeah, the gun being another building within is really nice.
Yeah.
I like how Dr. Evil or Dr. No is coming from the bottom left. I love that part of the
Mhm.
Dr. No one. That almost made me go that direction, but I ended up sticking with Mean Streets.
I just think Dr. No's like too busy
Yeah.
for me. That's like the reason I don't like it. It's like, you got all these characters, and then this guy, the Dr. No over here, and then the scene that's happening, and then all these different fonts and names, and then
Yeah, I can
fonts and
definitely
names.
see, because like I said, negative space is I do like it often, and Mean Street just pulls it off. So there's such polarizing different posters.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
But
think if
to
it was
play-
just Bond and the girls in the title, I think I would like it more than if it had Dr. No and that black and white like image in the background for no reason.
Mhm.
But to play devil's advocate on that, I think again, if you're going off the poster, I mean, I'm not saying like yours isn't cool, but what I liked about it is the fact that it gives you like it's all these like fantastic looking women and Bond in this suit. I mean, I find that intriguing because again, we are sort of looking at it And I don't even like love Dr. No, but that poster, if you're like a youngin and you're going to this action movie, there's something that like if I saw 2 of those, I wouldn't really know what to make of Mean Streets. But Dr. No gives me a little information while still being artistically laid out, which is why I like that one.
I have not seen Mean Streets yet. I know it's one I gotta get around to.
It's good, yeah.
The poster tells me it's in like a city crime drama. I'm guessing.
Yeah, right? Scorsese. So yeah,
I always call it Baby Goodfellas because I saw it in college.
It is Scorsese. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's one in his filmography, and I never got to.
And it's like he's a very young director here, and like a lot of the ADR is so bad in it. Like De Niro's lips will be moving, and he says something completely different. It's kind of funny.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it in years, but yeah, it's one of the movies I had to watch in school because we were, for whatever reason, film history classes. It came out in 1973, I think, and it's super young. De Niro and Harvey Keitel are like the 2 leads in it.
Yeah, little babies.
So I just called it Baby Goodfellas. It's a really good movie, though. I remember liking that a lot. And soundtracks was good too. But we're not talking about soundtracks. We're talking about posters.
That's right. That's a different stream.
That's a different stream. Yeah, I've thought of that one. That was the thing I almost did instead of this. Maybe next time. All right. So, anyone else have anything to say about that one before I show the next one?
I was back and forth between the posters. My eyes go to Mean Streets first, but then I get bored pretty quickly just looking at it. Whereas Dr. No, I go to, and my eyes get just fixated onto those different characters. Like the pose and the expression Sean Connery was doing was interesting. The Dr. No in the corner was like, okay, what's going on with this guy here? And then, of course, the Bond lady and all the other characters. So my eyes stayed longer on that one.
That's a good point, because I think I ultimately still like Mean Streets more, but I would spend more time, with
looking at
Dr. No. Yeah. Each one of those ladies, I love the curve, that the way they're positioned.
Yeah,
that implied line is really nice, and the poster also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I love him and the girls. There's just everything else on there. I was like, why is that all there?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to see all this. You're giving the movie away. All right.
These are both,
all the other ones so far, I had a sort of a hunch, but this one could go either way. We got the classic "Why So Serious?" The Dark Knight teaser poster with the Joker drawing blood behind glass, and obviously Sound of the Lambs. So yeah, this one's hard. Kind of. I really like both of these.
It looks like I'm going for a graphic design one though, because that's my choice either way.
Yeah, it's bound to happen eventually, right? There's a lot of graphic design ones on here. Not very good. Well, the poster that showed up on the most list when I was researching it is a graphic design poster. So that was kind of surprising to me. We all good?
Yeah.
Pop it down here. So. All right. 3, 2, 1. Ugh. What Silence of the Lambs?
Man, my choice got knocked out right away.
Yeah, I might gonna go Dark Knight.
It didn't even have a fighting chance, but I guess I'll talk about why I liked my poster. So it's very intriguing. The colors do pop with the red there. You're like, is it lipstick? Is it blood? That kind of plays with your mind a little bit. And then it's like, are you looking through a mirror because the Joker's on the other end of it? So you don't really see the Joker completely, but it's just enough to kind of creep you out and give you a haunting image. So I really like that. I mean, it's a villain poster. That's what the whole movie's about there anyway. So that stood out to me. But even the details in the background, if you look further, you can see the Gotham City, which is a really cool touch to it. And the font, the writing with it, you can see because it's so off, it's like chaos, which once again, what the movie is about. So the Joker doing his chaos writing there. So everything, all the little details just came together perfectly for me on that one. And then the other poster, it's a butterfly on a mountain.
That is a moth.
It's a definite
whatever it is. It's a bug. It's a flying bug on a person's mouth.
I
It
love
goes even
very
deeper than
plain
that.
for me.
Yeah, well,
the
yeah,
only-
The skull is Dolly and Dolly's
Yeah.
women forming the skull.
Yeah, that's honestly the reason I picked that one is because I remembered that like at the last second. I'm like, wait, that's the skull of women on this one, isn't
See,
it?
I would never know
Yeah.
that just by looking at this.
Yeah.
Just-
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
it's hard to
mouth
tell in this,
stands
but
out, the eyes stand out, but it's just like
well,
kind of
I
a
even
piece right there. I don't know.
I even like the movie's called Silence of the Lambs. You think like duct tape across the mouth, and instead it's the moth across the mouth silencing her.
The
and then
the
it's like,
moth must
what's
be
that
super
about? And then
powerful.
there's the payoff in the movie
The
too.
mouth must be powerful. The moth.
I know, right? Yeah,
Nothing
forget
shuts
about the
people up
Joker,
better
we
than
got
moths.
Mothman now.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the Death's Head moth design that made me be like, yeah, I need to pick that because it's just I've always loved how gorgeous that artwork is just on the moth itself. The rest of the poster, I like it, and the Joker one I love also, but just the moth specifically is enough to make me want to vote for that one.
I will say I don't specifically love either one though. Unless I got the posters cheap, I wouldn't probably hang either one to be honest. But I like Silence more.
Yeah, it was like I didn't like it much except for the Death's Head moth design. That's another one that I'm like, I get why it's like on a lot of these lists, but not more so than a lot of the ones that just missed it that we saw in the beginning of the stream, which I could maybe play again if, at some point if anyone missed it, they want to see it, maybe halfway through. But like Halloween and like all the Kubrick movies, it's like really those are less than the Silence of the Lambs and Poser and Dark Knight and stuff. Anywho,
yeah, it's funny. Like I know it's like super iconic, but honestly, like it's always used for advertising. I've never really found it that compelling of a poster. Like it's neat. I like that the women make the thing or whatever. Honestly, I would hang up the Joker before I would hang that one up. So I just went like this. Where are my eyes going first? Okay, it's going to that thing. Not that I love it, but I went that. But and plus I kind of knew, Mike, that Joker wasn't going to win.
I tried. That's all I know.
At least he was here, right? At least he was here. Does anyone else? Yeah, because we each all have like a personal pick in here. I don't remember if that's the only one that's popped up so far.
I don't even remember what mine was.
What you mean? We have a personal pick.
When you told me one that you wanted in here.
Oh,
I don't even. It's been so long. I don't even remember whose was what.
Wait. Well, Superman's not here, so I'm already.
Mine might have been 50-Foot Woman, wasn't it?
No, that was. I think that is the one I did for Huck. I think.
Oh, okay.
You said that one.
Oh, okay.
Yours was another classic one. That we'll get to.
Glad I picked it.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You should have picked Superman. I have one of those, by the way.
Yeah, so do I.
Mine didn't come up yet.
I'm jelly. All right, here we go. Skadoosh. Superhero movies, I guess.
Oh,
The old Batman and the Rocketeer. Okay. I was so excited to see Rocketeer show up on so many of these posters.
I can't remember who did Rocketeer. So Batman is John Alvin, but
I used to have that poster, Rocketeer. I sold it for $35.
Do you know where? I don't actually know with Batman where his name is hidden because he hides his name in every poster somewhere.
Oh sure. I mean, yeah, a lot of them do. I would imagine, right? Most artists.
What's his name again?
John Alvin.
Oh,
from the Chipmunks.
It's like
they had to because so many people kept saying, "Don't put your name on our poster." I'm like, "Wow, you're totally crapping on that artist," but okay.
Yeah, that 24x36 documentary did a good job talking about all that.
Oh, gosh, what do? Got these 1930s superheroes here.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I'm semi-surprised with the way I'm going, but not really.
Okay.
We all good? Hey, who's picking the Superman movie?
All right.
Y'all good. 3, 2, 1. I went Rocketeer. Batman, Rocketeer, Batman. 3 Batmanses.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
That one hurt.
I love the less is more of the Batman. I'd honestly prefer it without the title and the names on it, honestly.
Batman drew my eyes first and longer than Rocketeer did. I love like the Art Deco classic look of Rocketeer. but Batman really, I don't know. Even though it's so simple, it kind of kept me, I guess.
And I know we're supposed to be just thinking about the piece on its own, but like thinking about that as marketing, like that was wild. Like that was I mean that was the first time I think I remember seeing anything like that. I was very young, and then only a few times have I seen anything come close to it. The way that was marketed, that sort of poster.
Yeah, I probably like them about equally. So I'm like, I'm good either way on this one.
Yeah.
The Rocketeer Pizza Cup that we were talking about the other day, Derek.
And I like that that's not even the logo on his chest, which is kind of funny.
No,
yeah,
I know, right?
The poster's wrong. Well, actually, the costume's wrong, not the poster. If you want to get
But I like how they sort of went gold with it to really jazz it up, put a lot of bevels on it. And yeah, it became like a mark. See, I think that's also why I like it's very similar to Jurassic Park. I know you guys said, oh, it's just a logo in the movie, but equally, it had to be a very strong logo to be that strong, to use it not only on the poster, but throughout the film. So there's connectivity with that kind of image. And then with Batman, while it's not the one in the movie, it was certainly the one that branded the movie, because look how long we kept staring at that logo. Because and it's easy because I didn't grow up with Rocketeer, so I don't have a favoritism of either really, because I'm more of a Superman fan. So I just said, what am I staring at longer? And it's like the Batman logo, even though the Rocketeer is pretty. It's very pretty poster.
Yeah, I like its art history attached to it, leaning into the deco.
Yeah, it kind of has like the bolts around the sides of it too, like it's made of metal, like his suit or his helmet.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't specifically outright love either one. Like John Alvin Wise, there's better stuff than the Batman one, and the Rocketeer is nice, but I don't love it. So it kind of just what drew my eye more. I don't know.
You and Rocketeer, right, Mike?
Yeah, I like them both, but the Rocketeer has more details to it, so my eyes were connecting to it a lot longer. So even though the Batman one's iconic, it does look cool, it's just a little too simple for me. So yeah, the Rocketeer one was way more like glamorous, I guess you could say.
Yeah. It's a more beautiful poster.
All right. Here is the one that you picked, Derek.
Okay. I have no memory.
Come on, don't blow it. Don't tell me which one.
You recognize it from our both of these, actually. You may recognize from Huck's trivia the other day.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious.
And the H.G. Wells Time Machine. So yeah, it is a different poster than the one you showed.
Wow. This one's actually hard.
So is it bad to say I actually liked the one Huck showed more?
I know, I did too, I think, because that's why I was like, I don't like that's different than the one I saw, and I like this one better.
I think the white background played better in the one Huck showed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes the art piece pop.
It does. It does. The yellow kind of drowns it out. Sorry, I should not speak until we.
Yeah, don't.
I agree though, because when I saw the white one, I was like, oh, I like that one better. like in my head, I was like, oh, that was sad.
I should have sent it to you. Trying to absorb everything in both of them. Okay.
Right.
The artwork in Time Machine is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is such an interesting battle, y'all. Yeah.
If anyone else needs another view of Alien, it's right behind Huck too.
Oh yeah. I have it's called a half sheet. So there it is. It's an actual original half sheet. So it's cardboard. They're probably very expensive. Got to get that thing framed or I screw it up.
Hung to the wall with thumbtacks, right?
Yeah. Well, I use just one of those things that you clip on paper, and then I put the thumbtack, and I hook that on there. So it's not actually in the poster. Yeah, that's blasphemy. Tim would kill me.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Oh, Alien, not by much. Only because I know I like the other poster better.
That's just it. If you had the Time Machine that was on Huck's, I'm picking Time Machine.
I would have too.
It's like you had the worst version of the time machine.
No, that's funny. I saw
like
both of them, and I'm like, this is the one that keeps popping up. And then I saw his.
Because I was
like,
losing a lot of the detail trying to see what's happening on it.
Yeah.
The other one had a little bit more space between characters, a little bit easier to see.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's a little crowded and more washed out because of the color of the background. But like Alien is it's a very good, simple poster, and it's extremely intriguing, even though it doesn't look anything like the egg in the movie.
No.
The title is very simple. You see an egg that's glowing green, you know what's inside of it, and it makes you want to see the movie.
Right. What the heck is in there?
I wish,
even though we all know.
Listen, I wish that background was white because the art on Time Machine's freaking beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
But Mike, you still liked it even though it was yellow?
Oh yeah. You can still see the details there for me. You could see all the creature designs, which really what sold me on it. And then the Alien poster to me was just boring. It looked like a chicken egg that's gone bad, and that's pretty much what it was. Yeah,
chicken egg with like glow stick juice in it.
There. If I didn't know it was Alien already and it didn't have the Alien title, which is kind of even tough to see the title with the font they use, you'd be like, why is there just a glowing egg there? I don't get it.
Yeah.
So you could even put like some space stars in the background or something.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? Just something.
I do. Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, the space stars make sense. I was gonna say, I love that it's simple black because space is black, infinite void of nothing. So I love that it's pretty much mostly black. But I could see adding space stars into it or something to.
As long as it's not like overdone.
Oh yeah, not overdone.
Like a nebula, like pinks and greens.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty egg.
Beautiful galaxies and colorful. Yeah, just like.
Do you still have it up, Derek? Because I wanted to say something about it. Is it gone?
Yeah. Did it even have a tagline on the poster at all?
What's that?
A what?
Did it have a tagline on the poster?
It was under the egg.
Okay, because I couldn't even see that.
Yeah,
it didn't stand out enough for me. But I remember that's like a famous line from the movie. Yeah.
I always thought growing up, like if you look at the terrain at the bottom of it, it sort of looks like almost an egg carton. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really notice it, but if you look down and actually stare at that, I'm like, what is that? And then my brain would just thought it was like one of those little like paper egg cartons.
It looked like netting, like kind of to me, like
silver netting. For a future one of these, you should do like if it wasn't too hard, put the 32 posters as like an overlay. You know what I mean? So you could also just like pop them up outside.
Oh, like have a on the side here.
Like
yeah.
Really. Because it would be very possible, actually. Yeah. Now you tell me.
It would cover me right in the middle. Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I always have them just like in a folder. Like that's how I upload them to this, so I could easily just be like, oh. Yeah, I should do that next time. It's a good idea. Then I don't all the time over here. The annoying part. Let's say hi to Mr. Hardcopy the Loser popped in here.
Oh man,
what's up, man? Yeah, Alien poster, baby.
He knows his posters. All right, I like this matchup actually. I'm kind of glad these got put together because they're kind of similar. The OG Godfather poster and the Exorcist.
This is not a competition.
This is super easy though.
Yeah.
I hope it's easy in the way that I think it's easy.
I got stuff to say after.
Go.
Good. That's why we do this, right? Are we all done? Because that's an easy one, and both the titles are short.
I'm good.
We'll try to keep it up this second longer. All right, 3, 2, 1. The Exorcist. Really? Mike, you went what are you doing there?
Yeah, usually I don't go for the more simple posters, but I feel like even just with the puppeteer, whatever you call it, with the hand right there, you can really picture what the movie is about. I mean, somebody controlling something just as the Godfather would. So to me, it just stood out more. Especially, I love the font style too with the littering. It just
I love that, for sure.
Yeah. A lot of what you said, Mike, I agree with. But the credit blocks are half the freaking poster. Yeah, that's my problem. Half of the poster is just white with credit blocks, and I like credit blocks, but keep that shit a little bit lower at least.
Can you throw it back up, Derek?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like even The Exorcist has a good.
Oh my
chunk.
god! It's
Yeah,
50% of the
I saw The
poster.
Godfather when I was like, "That's the poster that's on all
Well,
these lists?"
they want you to know who the cast is. Fair
Yeah.
enough. They
Like,
got to
I
get.
was thinking it was gonna be like the Marlon Brando poster. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I could see that." And then I like this is the one that wasn't on the list. I'm like,
Yeah, but The Exorcist has a lot too. The Exorcist is what a third, then I guess you would say, and
Well, yeah,
Godfather is almost
That's
half.
like
A lot
max
of
you'd
old
want.
posters were like that.
Yeah.
With the
yeah, that's
credits
pretty
at the bottom.
standard, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still yeah, if you shift the Godfather down to that like that 1/3 level or whatever, and then you kind of blow up the Godfather a little bit more, but it's like what's going on for the actual Godfather is like 20% of the poster, and otherwise it's black and credit block. That's the whole poster. That's I like what's going on in a little bit of what is actually going on, but my eyes draw to that gigantic credit block.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Exorcist poster just doesn't stand out for me. Like, especially with the lettering right there. Like, the lettering just looks like a boring font to me. Like, there's nothing unique about the font, but
And
that's
nothing
just
from
me.
the imagery does.
I mean, it's the light's cool, and you got a little person there and a lamp, but yeah, I mean, it's cool, but I still go The Godfather.
I wish the image on the Exorcist one was bigger because it is a very striking image.
Right.
Like if you see it in a full size poster, it'd obviously be better. But yeah, because like just the lamppost with the priest with a beam of light shooting from the window, and it's like, oh, this is intriguing.
Yeah,
and the title says you know who he is, and you can assume why he's there.
But you know what? I wouldn't like.
to.
Can you tell it's a priest though in there? Is there enough details on there? I mean, it looks small here.
No, it's just
Well,
silhouette.
I think you're supposed to. It's called The Exorcist, and only
You can assume it's a
it's just one of those.
Okay. So just based off the title, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like when like physical media wise, people want like new art, and I'm more of a traditionalist with almost everything I generally want. But there are certain movies that I think absolutely do not screw with, and like we have Best Buy is getting an Exorcist steelbook, which it's pretty nice with Reagan on the front. But I pre-ordered the UK one because it keeps this iconic art. To me, like this is one of those movies where that artwork is just synonymous with Exorcist, and that's all I want to see. Honestly, that's kind of how I felt with like Poltergeist. I just want to see Carol Ann in front of the TV. Like that's Poltergeist.
Me too.
It's like Untouchable works.
Yeah, that's kind of They just I feel like they're so ingrained in me as that is the movie. Right. I don't really want to see another attempt on it.
Yeah.
You know, and Mike, for me, this is what happened like with you with Alien. You just got sort of bored with it. Like, I do like the Godfather font. I think that is definitely a more intriguing font than The Exorcist. But after just staring at the giant font in the credits, I always go right back to The Exorcist. And I kind of want to see, obviously, if these were bigger, I want to look at that image a little bit more. And I just kind of keep staring at that one a little longer.
And that lavender is a unique choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lavender. Can you guys explain to me the lavender part? Like, does that
color?
I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if that's a part.
It
of
has
the movie,
the lavender doesn't.
It's just a design thing.
Yeah,
and it does have like the writing under the image too, where it sort of like explains.
Yeah, see, it doesn't like jump out as like a horror movie to me with just looking at it. I don't know. It's throwing me off. The lavender, I don't know. Throwing me off there. It's not like, oh, if I'm in a mood for a horror movie, I would like pick that off the poster.
Yeah.
Good God, that credit
block. Possessed things are scary.
Is there no other Godfather posters? I don't know if I've ever seen like that version.
Oh, that's the one that kept popping up, and I was like, really? Because I was expecting it to be like the Marlon Brando one. I mean, that was the one that was in all the lists I saw. I'm like,
Derek,
are you kidding me?
Executive decisions next time. When you see that crap, take it off, put Superman on. Come on.
I know, I was like, I'm going to be mad at this Godfather poster, but it's going to lose anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Godfather is so iconic, but God, that fucking credit block. Over it.
That's the original theatrical poster of it, apparently, that I kept searching. It was like a hard one to find. It was weird. All right. So we're going Exorcist, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. What is next? Let's see.
All right, next? Oh boy.
Second round of the first half. So now.
Okay.
It'll be a little easier now. Well, or harder. I don't know. I guess depends.
Well, we'll see. I think I know.
Less to say about each poster, but maybe harder decisions, I guess, is the right way to put it.
I love both, but
Hey, they're so good. I know where you're going.
All right.
Oh, Johnny has a great. John has a great comment. That
This
might,
one?
yeah, that might actually be it.
Is the color of the thing.
Oh.
Oh,
Cool.
it's been a while since I've seen
yeah,
it.
yeah, maybe. I haven't
So
seen
I
it in
don't
so
remember.
long. It's like I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't.
That could be it.
There you go. Not an accident.
Thanks for popping in, Mel.
Hey,
You know,
Mel.
Hello, hello.
What's up, girl? What's up, killer?
Right.
I love
Courtney's
both of these,
going.
and I still feel like this was
The
easy.
wife is telling me what to vote for, as always.
I feel like I think I know which direction this is going.
Me
I do
too. This direction. All right. Y'all good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
3, 2.
Get ready for the solo pick. I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Wow.
a sweep.
What? I did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought I was the only one. Wow.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I would easily pick 50-foot woman, or more easily, I should say.
It's such a fascinating.
Anatomy
poster.
Corner was like by that much, so it was easier to pick 50-foot woman for sure.
Yeah. Same.
When you want to talk about credit blocks that take up too much of the poster, comparing it to one that does not. There you go. As pretty as a credit block as it is, I do because I like posters already have so much negative space back then with the borders they always had.
Yeah.
But then it's like a perfect place to fit the credits on the white border. So it's like, why do you need to take up half the damn poster with words that aren't the title? Anyone got something to say about these? We already kind of.
No,
Yeah, we've gone over them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that 50-foot woman's just, it's so good.
it's too iconic, right? Too iconic.
Yeah.
I like the giant woman attacking the city.
Yeah.
There's
I
another
like the
giant woman poster.
Rothko like background in the Saul Boss one, but
Oh wow. See now those pop.
This is also easy for me.
Yeah.
The Mean Streets and the Breakfast at Tiffany's. This is another giant woman poster, apparently.
yeah. It does seem that way.
All right, I want to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lose,
pretty
but I'll go down in flames. Good.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Everyone else picked some Breakfast at Tiffany's but me. Yep. Okay. Good. Am I going to be the only one to pick these?
I feel good about that. Yeah, when I look at those,
I'm totally
two,
fine with this.
Tiffany's really pops when you show those two.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
They both
I mean,
pop a lot.
I still really like the gun looking like a building and the smoke coming out of it like it's a chimney. All that's really cool and thoughtful, but I don't know. Breakfast at Tiffany's has something extra there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like all of
Well,
these, I'm like,
secret
we're kind of
sauce.
on the fence about. So, okay. Skadoosh.
Oh boy, what's up? Okay.
Wow. These two are like some of the most iconic posters I remember, like
Yeah.
as a kid.
That is true.
Mm.
It's funny how opinions can change just depending on what the thing goes up against.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like this. I mean, I love them both for reasons. Not that they're like amazing artwork, but I just, as images are great. Okay. I think I know which way this might be going. 3, 2, 1. What Batman this time?
I'm the one different.
Yeah. I was like,
Way
I
to
like
go,
them both
Derek.
a lot. That Batman is.
With
Throwing some
both
artwork on there,
rounds,
Derek.
I voted for Batman and Silence each time, so those are I liked
Yeah.
both enough to vote.
And I voted against Batman. I'm still like it more than this one.
I think
I'd vote for Batman once, but made it far enough.
what Huck said about the Batman one last time, I think stuck with me on this voting, where switching it to gold really did sort of amplify it. You know, we saw the flat yellow in the movie, but that gold, I don't know, something about that just adds some extra punch and
Looks more
makes it.
prestigious. If it was like the yellow, like a cartoon yellow and black Batman.
Yeah.
symbol,
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not as simple as we think it is. You know, when you look at it, I think we have this idea that it's very simple, but it's it's not. There's a lot of 3-dimensional aspects to it.
Mhm.
It's kind of hidden because it's so used to
concept,
that
but it's
emblem.
done very in a detailed way, I guess. All right, this one might be interesting. Which spooky movie do you want to have keep going?
Huh.
Ooh.
Mike, you gotta love this one.
I know. It's like, what's the worst of the worst choice here? No good
Where's
choice.
the
Large
story?
credit block movie with
Which
a lot
one
of
do I
black
hate
you
the
can't see. Do you like that?
There you go.
Alien.
All right. I'm just going off posters.
Hey, Laren, thanks for
No.
coming here.
No
Appreciate
movie
it.
influence.
I was saying hi to everyone who pops in. But I like to look at what everyone's saying. But I have to.
Holmes like pass. What's up, Larry?
Good. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, Alien this time.
Chicken egg. Nice.
Hey. What came first, the chicken or the Exorcist?
So
Chicken
who said that
eggs.
it looked like an egg carton underneath? Was that you, Huck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you kind of ruined the poster for me. It looks like a parody poster now. Now when I
There
look
you
at
go.
it, I never thought about that as an egg carton, but now it looks like a parody.
Right?
It just needs like a little chicken foot sticking out of the
Yeah,
bottom.
What
like
is
a green
it?
chicken's gonna pop out or something.
I'm telling you, you switch the title to chicken, and then you got a spoof right there.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
the
never
cracked
look at that the
chicken?
same way again.
You're welcome.
That was Alien, though, right? Did I
Yeah, that
miscount?
was Alien.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a 3 to 2 Alien. That's why I have to click it right away because I'll forget because I'm an idiot. I have the short-term memory of something that I can't remember. That's how bad my short-term memory.
Oh, man.
God.
Oh
right.
man.
Now we're gonna make it and
Ah.
Gonna have to sit with this for a second. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
it's
think
not the 50-foot the woman.
With the giant woman on it.
Hey Brian, thanks for coming in here. Brian goes blue. Vote for your favorite poster wheel. Vote against everybody.
So I actually have a replica of Breakfast at Tiffany's. I'd like a replica of Attack. I would love originals for both. Good God.
Yeah,
If
my
I
mom
can
works for like a party. She used to work for like a party supply like warehouse thing for forever, and she just randomly gave me like a cardboard cutout of that poster. It just didn't have the title on it. And I had it in the garage for years, and I'm like, I don't remember what I did with it. I think I just got rid of it or threw it away because I needed to make room. I think it wasn't like an original worth of shit thing. I was like, oh, I wish I still had that. Now I could put it behind me on the wall. But I didn't. All right. Damn, throwing things away 10 years ago. All right.
This is a
3,
tough one.
2, 1. I win Attack of the 50-foot woman. How about you kids?
Yeah, we all did.
Wow, look at that.
Huck, your pick you forgot you did is winning.
What? Yeah, I know. Look at there. Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's a beautiful poster.
Yeah, there's the diagonals of that composition are what won it for this round for me. Just that zigzag going
Appreciate how
straight down.
replicated it was too. Like, yeah, just inspired like
Oh, so many
a
other
genre of
posters.
posters,
Oh, yeah.
essentially.
Right.
You need to see that movie though. Still, all right.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
I've seen like a similar movie, just not that one. I can't think of what the name of it is though.
Huh.
Batman or Alien.
Let's look at all those complexities, Derek.
Right.
No, I'm just like, yeah. It's funny because I voted for each of these at least once.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
It's like I love these as images, but
Next
yeah,
round.
Either way, though, one of these is going against Attack. So I really don't
like,
care.
what do I want to pick to lose
It
against?
doesn't
Attack?
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad we're picking all the old stuff because it's like I know certain people would just be like, I like that new movie, even though they, even if
Right.
they're looking at the poster.
The Endgame poster.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
it's like I love Marvel stuff, but I hate Pyramid of Head posters so much. Like the only decent Marvel poster that I could think of off the top of my head was like the Thor Ragnarok poster, and that was almost a ripoff of a Batman and Robin poster. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
I love the original Avengers poster. I got it hanging up here. It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Some of the
They're all nice, but it's just like, yeah, Photoshop, whatever.
some of the Guardians ones are good, I think, right?
Yeah, they're some of the better ones for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah. I mean, those movies sell themselves, so it's like literally all it needs to be is like, here's what it is.
Right.
Didn't have to intrigue people like with Batman back then. All right, 3, 2, 1. The Batman. Batman.
They look like a heart, like Heartman. I love Batman. Very subtle.
Batman.
Like it.
And I'm gonna
Subliminally.
write down my next choice already.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
on it.
It's because I love him so much.
It's all about the Batman. Yeah, it's like, all right. I think this is the last one, right, for this round. Yeah,
To the side, yeah.
it is 50-foot woman and the Batman.
God, that's not even a competition for me.
No. Talking about Batman, right?
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
You like Batman, right? We're gonna make comics angry, and that's my favorite part of this. I'm just gonna do this. Wow.
The 59-foot woman. Go, Brian. She grew a little bit.
Brian likes the 50-foot woman.
I like how she got 9 more
Like
feet on her.
there's a 59-foot woman. I'm sorry. Oh, there you
It's the sequel.
think. She grew slightly larger. All right. All right. Who didn't vote for Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, everybody? Let's show them. Yay! Hulk, you're winning.
So the fact that Attack has a 50% shot at winning this whole thing is pretty freaking awesome, I think.
Right, Tim? It's nuts. Wow.
Hulk didn't even remember it was his pick, sort of.
I
remember liking it. I forgot that I picked it.
I can't believe it.
You
Out
go
of all
back and
the,
pick Superman now.
out of all the
You probably
iconic
would have lost the
artists,
50-Foot
though,
Woman by now.
out
Tim,
of all
was
those iconic artists, Reynolds Brown, which is like an unknown now with people, has the poster in the final here. Like, that's cool.
Nice. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
I think I know which way this one's going. Bam!
Better be Grease.
Oh, geez.
Airplane
This isn't even close.
and Social Network. Yeah, I know we had a conversation about posters with faces of people with words over them already.
Oh,
Yeah, that started a trend that got old quick.
oh my God. It's a terrible. Like, I don't care that Social Network might have been one of the early ones or the first. The fact that it kicked off a horrible trend, it makes me think less of the Social Network poster.
Right. Not that we're saying what we're thinking or anything.
Well,
No,
ready to
no,
vote?
not at
Wait,
all.
Let's vote quickly.
Yeah. All right, hurry up and flip over your airplane.
Let's go. 3, 2,
3,
1.
2. Oh, hold on, I gotta do this.
I know I'm the outside one here. But I was back and
yeah?
forth.
Airplane.
Yeah, I
Do
was
you like all
back
those
and forth.
words?
I kept staring at the Social Network one, and I just kept reading it, and it just intrigued me. The words really intrigued me to see the movie, and then you look past the words into the eyes. It's like, oh my gosh, it's catching your attention. Whereas Airplane, at first, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool, but then I'm like, yeah, I'm over it. So
I think if Social Network was a one and done, I'd be more intrigued. But The Martian, honestly, like 50 different movies did this exact same poster.
Yeah.
And Salt did it. I can't even name them all. It's ridiculous. If you Google words over faces posters, you'll get.
Don't do it.
It's just. Oh my God! It spurred one of the stupidest freaking trends with posters, and
I mean, I remember seeing this one though, and to me, I remember it being the first. Maybe it wasn't, but I was anticipating this movie because of its Oscar chances and everything. But and who was directing it, but like I remember being like, oh wow, this is really cool. But yeah, like you said, it created this awful trend, and then that sort of killed it. Where Airplane, I've been looking at that VHS since I was a little kid. I'd stare at it. I loved looking at that as a kid in the video store, and I still love it today. It's hilarious. It's funny. It's like, what's this about?
What I love too with Airplane. So there's the movie Airport, which is a pretty serious series of movies. and then there's airplane. And if you just went off title, airplane could be serious like airport, but seeing the plane all twisted up like that right away tells you this is not a serious movie at all.
But the exclamation points and the swooping onto it.
Right.
I like the Social Network poster a lot, but yeah, because it's funny because I'm like, we like this poster, but we hate the trend that started. Unlike it's like Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. We love the trend this poster started.
I mean,
but at least that's like artwork, you know. This one's cool. I like that it's the tagline and not the title. And I like that it's a browser window with the Social Network browser on the side with the title. Like, that's clever, at least.
Right.
All the posters were just like, here's a actor's face and the title.
So yeah, so with like Reynolds Brown and that whole what that started, that was still artists sitting down and coming up with a concept and actually drawing it, painting it, whatever. This is literally, hey, you got a photo of the lead? Yeah, stick it down in Photoshop. You got a line from the movie? Just type it on in there right over his face. There we go. That's the poster. It's done by a nobody that works for the studio that will be unnamed just because it's quick, easy. Like, it doesn't feel.
Yeah.
It just feels quick, simple. I don't know. There's no artistic value. It feels to me.
Tim, you
it's
mentioned
funny.
airport.
I was going to weigh in on the post. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Tim, you mentioned airport. This is my one of my sculptures that I made out of a VHS case.
I like Brian's comment. What's up with that bent up airport, Derek?
And I did the whole series. I got Airport 77 over here. Here's Airport 75. And then Airport, what is it, 79? Yeah, 79, the Concorde.
Oh my God.
Turned into paper airplanes.
Very cool.
Brilliant.
I did a whole show on disaster films in a gallery, paintings and sculptures, and those were some of the sculptures I had hanging from the ceiling.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about Social Network, but Tim, you took the words out of my mouth. That's how I feel when I look at it. Like, I don't care for just faces on a poster. I mean, I get that the words inform you, but there's no. I love artistic posters, and that's just not one.
There's a tiny bit in that one, but not enough. Yeah. It's an interesting poster, but yeah, as far as like artwork goes, it's like, yeah, I could do that. I could do that on my computer, and it sucks. So I can imagine whatever company could do it. Alrighty then. These are both horror movies. Sure. I mean, at least one of them is. I don't know. One of them, people like to say it's not a horror movie sometimes. But we got Jaws and Evil Dead.
Wow.
It's the most, what's the tagline? Most ferociously whatever original horror movie in ages, says Stephen King.
Wow.
This sucks ass.
I'm like, these are both really, really good. Your daughter's getting a kick out of the posters, that's for sure.
Yeah, you hear
him. I kind of wish there was Evil Dead 2 up there instead.
I don't. You like Evil Dead 2 more than the first one poster?
Yeah, wait till we unveil.
You all ready? 3, 2, 1. All right. I want to go Evil Dead. Not by a lot, though.
Yeah. So, like I said, I would have rather Evil Dead 2 be up there because it would have made voting for Jaws easier, but
yeah, absolutely. Yes.
The first Evil Dead is not just one of my favorite horror posters. Like, it's one of my all-time favorite posters. It's out of all I don't even know how many steelbooks. My favorite steelbook in my entire collection is that like $7 steelbook that has that artwork. That artwork is, I freaking adore it. I love the use of the negative space. I love the hand coming up and grabbing her. Just everything about that. The font, everything is nailed in it. And the Jaws, I mean, is super iconic. But that Evil Dead, guys, oh my God, do I love that fucking artwork. I now that it's voted out, I probably would have voted Evil Dead all the way. Because that's how much I adore that poster. Like,
and I like how it's also angled a little. Like the
Yeah,
the
it's
central
askew.
works.
Yeah.
It's not straight.
Well,
It's not level.
That plays so well though into the camera that's chasing through the woods, how it's
Yep.
all twisting and turning. Like,
Mhm.
oh my god, do I love
And
that?
I like that the negative space isn't just black.
Right.
Like a lot of times it's just black or white or a solid color. It's like a slightly gradient blue to black. Like it looks like a sky, which is kind of what it is. It's like a night sky that is also negative space in the poster. And like also looks like negative space because it's such a dark color.
I like that.
You know it's
do
the
like-
ground because of what's
So
happening.
Laren brought up though too, which I do agree with. So the Jaws is super iconic. It is based off the book design. So I mean, that is the Evil Dead was fully made up for the movie and not based off of any previous based artwork. So that's
Right. I like
the Jaws one was bigger too. Like there's too much border in the Jaws poster, and I don't like the double Jaws title. Oh, it says Jaws really big.
Oh, and there's
It's like Jaws.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you need it there?
Tim, I remember too on that steelbook, it has the folds in the poster, like
Yeah.
on the steelbook.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I used to have
Which
that one. I don't have anymore.
I like
How
that.
that steelbook is so cheap, and I honestly love that more than like everything else in my collection. I adore that steelbook.
I had to get it
found
for the
like
same
$8
reason.
in
It was
Target
so
like 10 years
cool.
ago.
I love that she is reaching to that corner. In painting, a lot of times we'll call those dead zones, and they're meaning there's like nothing there usually in artwork. So you're always trying to activate them, but she's reaching for it, and there's nothing there. There's, she's trying her hardest, but there's nothing there for her to grab onto. But it's still activating that space. I really like that.
Now, you know what's horrible is we're talking a great game of Evil Dead. Mike, tell us why we picked Jaws.
Oh yeah.
Why did you guys change your minds now?
Like we're not saying anything good about Jaws.
So the Jaws is a very obvious one, which is why I like it. You know exactly what's happening with this movie. I mean, you got a giant shark on the front, which is really cool, which takes up a lot of the space. But you can also see the shark is like sneaking up on the person, so the person doesn't seem like they're aware of it. You got the person swimming under the title, which is great. And then I love the red lettering for the font size.
Yeah.
I just like red in horror movies. To me, it screams more horror. And it's large because jaws are large. So the shark has large jaws. The title's large jaws. To me, it just pops a lot more. And you can even almost see personality in the shark right there. You can almost see his eyes right there. I mean, the teeth details. I mean, it's perfect to me. And then I'm just not like a massive fan of the Evil Dead one. The blue has always thrown me off. I would have gone once again red. To me, blue doesn't scream as much horror to me. And I didn't realize. I'm glad you guys pointed out that it's an arm grabbing the person. I did not know that before. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's the something coming out of the ground grabbing her neck.
Yeah. So it just
Also-
doesn't stand out as much as Jaws to me.
Also with the Jaws one, I like how the poster or the movie ends up echoing what we're seeing in the poster, where it's all like the anticipation, the build up to what the shark is about to do. And with John Williams' score, that's what's iconic about the movie. I mean, there's a lot of iconic things about it, but that especially, and I feel like it's like this is a visual representation of that, where, like you said, Mike, the sneaking up is really nice. Plus the T, I mean, it's very symmetrical, but the T lines with the shark making up the base, and then the horizon and the woman making up the top of the T. Oh, that's really nice too.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah, it's a hard choice for me. Evil Dead was on it. Was the one I kept in here personally because it probably wouldn't have been here if I didn't choose it.
Yeah,
And
You
they're
needed
also,
more horror posters, and I love the Evil Dead poster, and I knew Tim would appreciate it too. So it was kind of a pick for both of us. I figured at that point.
It is very good.
And so I'll pick the Jaws over here quick. I just want to look at a couple of these.
and Jaws was also very simple with color too. It was white, red, and then the aqua color.
Mm-hmm.
It's red, white, and blue.
Not-
Movie in 4th of July.
4th of July.
Not too much.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess it's good though you voted it out because, like I said, I was just gonna pretty much vote.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Got to make things interesting for you.
Apparently, my kid picked Evil Dead over Jaws, and Jaws is like one of his favorite movies, so that's fun to know. And I like this one, hard copy loose.
Yeah, lavender wouldn't work.
All right, Tim, you're gonna get mad now, and I'm gonna like it. Skadoosh, Metropolis with a very interesting shaped poster.
Is Huck frozen?
Huck.
Huck, are you alive?
Frozen. Huck,
Are you
became
making a joke?
poster. We must judge Huck now because he's a poster.
Yeah.
Ah!
I don't like the symbol on the poster is just it's in the movie, so it's not very interesting. Yeah, we'll wait for him.
You got the expression, you got the Jurassic Park logo, you know, that pops.
We have this logo, but it's only in the movie, and I don't like that it's cut off slightly by the edge of the screen.
So not talking on those two. I have to get a frame for. I have that Evil Dead, signed by everyone, and I have never gotten a frame anything professionally framed. I actually want to get that professionally framed. It'll cost me probably a few $100s at that size, but I want to.
Why does it cost so much to frame a thing? Like I never
I
understood.
know. That. I always wondered that as well, and I've always wanted to get stuff framed, but it's ridiculous. Like $300 a pop. Like, how do you do that?
Most stuff, all my stuff around the house, otherwise, is just frames that I could switch stuff out. But I actually want like matting around it and everything too. I want it to be preserved essentially. Like my frames now, they're not preservation. I switch them out, but I want that Evil Dead to be in the frame and not leave it.
Gotcha.
That would be cool.
I'm actually gonna hop to the potty quick since we're waiting for.
Oh, all right.
Now it's just us.
Hello.
Just the three of us.
But not to. Well, he still clicked this anyways. We're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah, I know it's so difficult to just stare at these and not say anything.
It's kind of funny though that like Ghostbusters is my second favorite movie of all time, and I do want that poster. But Metropolis, and you know what I mean? I just
This is a tough one for me too. I mean, both of them look really nice. A lot of details on both. I'm back and forth. I'm like,
yeah.
I think though Ghostbusters wise, I wish the Ghostbusters were actually artistically done versus their photos. So it's like actual still photo mixed with the art.
Right. To go like illustration all the way.
Yeah, I'd illustrate the whole thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love the concept of it. But...
Hey, y'all.
Welcome
Took a
back.
bathroom break while you were gone and made everyone else entertain us quick.
Did your power go out again?
Well, yeah, there was. I mean, literally, it's like a half second when the lights flicker, that it just the whole power to the house shuts down for like just a tenth of a second, but it resets the whole Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm using my phone, so if it happens again, I won't lose you because it's now data. So there you go.
cool.
Even though now I can't see anything. So if I get the connection again, I'll probably try on.
Double up
Yeah.
screens.
Well, the posters, if you can't see them easily, Huck.
Yeah, I see Metropolis.
Metropolis and Ghostbusters. They're here to save the world. Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I got mine written down. Oh, you kids.
Yeah.
Let's see what the people are
So
saying.
Huck, this is Ghostbusters 2016. I'm not sure if you can see that on your phone.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Ghostbusters Answer the Call. Or whatever that stupid thing it's called. Hey, Magic Hands. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for showing up here. We're about slightly over the halfway point here. The Curious Attack of the 50-Foot Woman is the finalist from the first half. We all good?
I'm good.
Yes.
You using your imagination, Huck? So you can imagine what you like better?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, just going off of those two, yes. If I'm going off posters.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. Glad I have this glass. I'm going Metropolis. Metropolis, 3-2. You got Metropolis too?
Yeah, I got Metropolis. So I broke the rule and started mentioning this, but for the Ghostbusters, I love it, and still I wanted to hang it on my wall. Second favorite movie, but I wish the Ghostbusters were illustrated to mix with the illustration of the no ghost sign.
Yeah.
I don't love the idea of mixing the illustration with the actual photos of the Ghostbusters.
I'm not a fan of this poster either. Yeah, it's like I like the very, very simple artwork where it's just the symbol, or if it was just the guys. But yeah, mixing it together, like I don't even like that poster. Obviously,
right?
but
Yeah,
and
and I know, like
piece of artwork.
it makes sense that this is like their story, the three of them. But I don't know. Winston is our way in to the movie, and he's not here. And I get why he's not, part of the original pack. But I don't know. I miss Winston.
Winston always got kicked to the side, and I don't get it. Like you said, Winston is us. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like I get he's not there at the beginning. We're following their story, and then they bring him along. But he is us. He's the one we identify with because everybody else is speaking jargon that we don't identify with.
Cool. Spicy 4K actions here. Got the right answer, so that's good to know. Hi, fish. Ahoy, hoy.
That Metropolis is just so iconic, though.
Yeah,
the blacks and golds, it's just so nice.
That Deco future style is just awesome,
and it fits the movie.
So Derek, Derek, if you can keep my phone in your green room, but bring my computer back up. That way, in case it drops out, you can just pull this one back up. Need to see these posters.
I said you need two phones, one to look at posters and one to get a tablet or something. Well, these next two are easy. You'll know what they look like even if you can't see them. If I tell you what title they are. Anyone else have something to say about Metropolis and Ghostbusters before we continue? No?
I guess Metropolis just looks like an artwork anyway. Doesn't even have to be like a poster,
Yeah, you'd hang that on your wall even without the title on it.
Right, even with zero associations to any sort of film.
Yeah. Alrighty then. This is a hard one. These are like the two posters that were on the most lists, and they happen to be together. We got the original Star Wars poster and Pulp Fiction, which is the one that was on the most lists. Pulp Fiction was on every single list that I researched. Not even Star Wars was.
Oh, this is tough. Vin from Hard Copy Blues has a great story about the Pulp Fiction poster. I feel like I should say it though.
Comment the entire story.
Type it in, Vin.
Type the whole story in.
He knows or is related to the person that did it, right?
And maybe I think maybe took the photograph.
Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's his aunt took the photograph of Uma. I could be saying it wrong, so apologies if I am saying it wrong.
I like Larry's answer. Pulp Wars.
Pulp Wars. This is oh gosh, I don't know what to do here.
That's not going to work.
I was like, it was echoing weird. I was like,
well, Derek, can you take the phone off and just put my computer back on the screen? But save the phone one in your backstage. Like swap out my two.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what I was trying to tell you. Like swap.
I didn't know if you were talking about me or what the heck you're talking about.
There we go.
That one? That?
Yeah. Okay.
This was
I heard
hard.
you say that, but I also thought you were saying dear to your wife off screen. I was like, what? Are you talking to me? What?
Somehow this was hard and easy at the same time.
Right. Ditto. I was like, I know the right answer, but at least it's a difficult right answer.
I might be the contrarian here. We'll see.
All right.
I think I know where it's going though.
3.
I mean, yeah.
2, 1.
I think it's
Star Wars, but not by much.
Oh,
Pulp Fiction.
Nope,
I'm okay with that.
So Pulp Fiction, I love that it looks like an old beat up paperback book.
It's a pulp book,
pulp
yeah.
novel.
Yeah.
I love the style choice done on that one. If it didn't have that worn down book look, I wouldn't have voted for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing that like makes me even second guess it at all is the fact that it's a clever magazine cover overlay. It's not just like here's a poster with names on it.
Right.
Like that's why I love the Mallrats poster, but nobody cares about it. That it looks like a comic book. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like it is deceptive though because we see Uma Thurman, and that's what we think that poster is right away. It's just it's a picture of her. There's the title. There's some of the cast. But you really do have to spend time with the work, and I like that Mike has been saying that so much. Which piece I look at longer rather than which one captures my eye first. Because when you do spend time with that one, like you said, Tim, it has all that great wear on it. We see it's 10 cents. You know, all of that is just great additions.
For sure.
It's a very sexy poster too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a really sexy poster.
It's alluring.
Yeah, because I like the Star Wars because there's a lot in it to really look at, and it captures your imagination. It's a terrific art piece. But I can totally like this one was like a flip of a coin. I also love that Pulp Fiction magazine.
Yeah.
Like you're all saying with the worn look and the 10 cents, it looks like an old mag. It's just like I was so happy that they stayed with that cover on all the releases because I'm like, oh, they're gonna Photoshop some garbage for this movie.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't like the steelbook. Yeah, like I didn't like the steelbook with the dancing and the. I wanted that, you know.
Yeah, even the 4K is just like a boring version of this.
Tim, do you know the movie that sort of started the whole like hero standing like on a hill with women wrapped around their legs, like like the vacation movies do that? Do you know where that started? I think like Conan.
No, I don't.
I want to say it probably was this, like because this was so popular that all of it came from this.
Right. Yeah. And maybe it came from like comics, I could imagine that on a comic book cover.
Like old Flash Gordon, like.
Yeah, even the same thing done on Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's an artist, which is what Vacation was taken from, is Boris Vallejo. And Boris, a lot of his things are really buff, good-looking guys with women down by their thighs. So that it could have just been pulled from that, and he's been around for a long time. Yeah. Like almost every shot he did, that's his artwork.
Literally everything. Nice. Yeah, Pulp Fiction's a great one. Yeah. Ben did a good comment here. I'll pop up. Best example of a poster not being overtaken by the text of the cast, yet the text of the cast is super cool on it. And yeah, it's extremely prominent text.
Yeah.
But it doesn't distract you from the image or the overall concept of the poster.
Yeah, because it's replicating the book look. Yeah, if it didn't have that book look though, none of that works. None of it at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, instead of it being like articles in this magazine or whatever you want to call it, it's just like here's the credits. All right. There's another one that's going to make Tim mad because it's his choice. I remember now that it popped up. Versus the best poster you own. At least it's how you describe it. Vertical. This is the Shape of Water, the beautiful hand penciled looking Shape of Water poster.
I'm surprised though that you have that shape and not the green one.
This is the one you picked as your choice.
Well, I picked Shape of Water. There's a green one also.
Yeah, I like this one too because I saw this in theaters, or I saw this in the hallway at the movie theater. I'm like, that is amazing. I want to pick that one. It's on here because you picked it as Shape of Water. So
yeah,
that's the one you want.
I picked the green one.
Oh, you wanted the green one?
Yeah.
I thought you wanted this one. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
I assumed you wanted this one. I swear you specified the drawing.
No, I specified Shape of Water, but
okay.
I like the green one.
Well, imagine the other one. I don't know.
Too late.
Pull it out.
Yeah, it's gonna lose to Vertigo either way. Who cares?
I mean, I love it. Like James Jean is freaking great. James Jean is that Shape of Water. That's the same person that did Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh. That's a great poster too, by the way. Everything Everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's on here.
So new, I'm sure it would have been on here because it was the newest movie that showed up on any of these lists, and like it was only like once out of all of them. Yeah, sorry, I thought you wanted this one for some reason. I don't remember. It's a problem with figuring this out 2 months in advance, I guess. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I went go Vertigo just by a tad. Shape of Water for Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you pick that one over Vertigo? I'm just curious because I mean I love both of them for various reasons.
That's the I call it green side blue, but that's
Yeah, that's a nice look. I mean I love that blue one, but the Derek, when you described that one as pencil, I couldn't fully tell. I was assuming it was pencil, and then when you said it was pencil,
Yeah.
that kind of won me over because when do we ever see that? You know,
Yeah,
pencil
exactly.
and making up a poster, and it's just so beautiful and like aphotic, and I don't know, it just has a great water look to it. You know, like underwater plants. You know, the shape of the bodies just look like they're swaying to, you know, gentle currents or something like that.
Yeah, because those have like other offshoots around them that look plant-like too.
Derek, since you appreciate the whole pencil and graphite and stuff like that too, this artist Greg Ruth, this is all also pencil. This is
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
the Power of the Dog is
both of
amazing.
these. Yeah,
I need to take a closer look at that one then.
this artist specializes in just all pencil graphite stuff. His stuff is phenomenal. I have a lot of he does some physical media, but he does a lot of non-physical media stuff. I actually have I sent actually that picture to with Citizen Kane earlier, Dick.
Yeah.
That's this guy.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
What was the name again?
Greg Ruth.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the Power of the Dog artwork. Like, I just thought it was when it first was coming out. I was like, oh, it's just a still from the movie or something. And then you look at it for a couple seconds longer. It's like, this is
his freaking talent is insane. Like, he can make it look almost like a photo.
Yeah.
It pretty much does.
But onto the actual choices, though. Excuse me. Saul Bass Vertigo. That thing is such a classic. Seeing him like going down, essentially like falling down the spiral look.
Mm-hmm.
I so iconic. I adore that one.
Yeah,
so.
It does a good job of making it feel three-dimensional, even though it's extremely two-dimensional. That's probably my favorite out of all the posters of his that I know of, that's probably my favorite one is Vertigo. Anyone else have anything to say before we click on to the next one, which will probably be a very short round? I'm just going to warn everybody.
For me, with the pencil, it was kind of hard to see it. Like, sure. Of the one you chose, like the green one might have popped a little bit more for me. Like, I would have looked at that one, but because it was so faint, it was hard to kind of see it. So I was just kind of drawn to the Vertigo for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a art medium called metal point. Do you know that? It's like drawing, but like with a silver wire, and then you drive it across like a surface, and then it starts to tarnish a little bit, but you don't really get very deep darks with it. So everything has this pale look. That's what it kind of reminded me of a little bit. Very pale, like you said, Huck, kind of difficult to see, almost a ghostly image in a way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a picture after this and send to you guys. I have a Shape of Water screen print, that same art, but in that blue green look. It's freaking stunning. So I'll have to send
Was it the same like picture, just different colors?
Ish. He adds that like seaweed and stuff to the picture also. But it's the same basic them embracing.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking when you said the green one, I thought you meant just like the generic poster.
No, not that. No, not that fucking thing. No.
Yeah. I was like, really? You wanted that one?
No,
now that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant that one when you were talking about. Okay, that explains the confusion.
Tim's like, don't even.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you want that one over this one? This one's gorgeous.
No.
What the hell's the matter with you? I've never seen. Yeah. I can't even make it up.
Yeah, that's what was happening.
I saw a really big version of it like at my theater when it was coming out. And I was like, this thing is awesome. All right,
what's up?
An easy one, I think. The Graduate.
Oh my god.
John Carpenter's.
Oh my god.
Are we cruising for a cruising here, people?
Better be.
It's like when I saw The Graduate on all these lists, I was like, yeah, that's a good one. And then when I saw the actual poster, I was like, was like, I like the Criterion cover like better. If like that was the poster, I'm like, yeah, I get it. I mean, it's we'll get into it. But like some of these, I'm just like, really? That's the one that's on all these lists, like the Godfather one and this one. That's the one. That's the one that's Halloween was like on none of the lists I looked up. I'm like, that is like an iconic poster. It is not on any of these lists.
That's surprising.
It was on one. That's why I like missed the cutoff. Or like Clockwork Orange or The Shining. It's like, really? Like what? So don't be mad at me. Be mad at the internet. Which I am. So I guess be mad at me too. All right. All right. 3. Assuming we're ready. They're short title. It doesn't take very long to write the thing. 3, 2, 1.
Come on.
Thing? Anyone? The thing? Good? All right. Yay. All right. Why does the Graduate poster disappoint?
It's a film still.
Because it's not that good.
It's not bad. It's just it's not really that enticing either. It's fine.
No.
Yeah.
It's
a good image. Like the image is very like it's evocative, and you get it like from the title and the image. You can kind of get what's going on, but it's just like words, and even above the words, you have more nothing, and it's like you gotta fill that up a little better.
That's
like I like hockey credits on old posters like this, but there's a limit. You know what I mean?
It is funny though. Yeah, The Graduate does convey what the movie is much better than The Thing does, though.
Oh yeah, The Thing. I always like. I was late to seeing that movie, much later than everyone else, and to me, it looks like it's an underwater, like old timey sea diver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Really?
I can see
It
that.
captures the movie perfectly. Like I can tell it's a snowy Arctic background with the whites and the blues for sure. And then you can tell it's like a mystery character because you can't see their face. It's just light shining out of it.
Yeah.
To me, that's why I picked The Thing, because I'm like, oh, that captures the movie perfectly.
Yeah.
Like it looks like
I
that
agree with
Eskimo
what you
outfit,
said,
doesn't it? It looks like
it's very
Indian
chunky and
outfit in the
sharp, like
film.
so it looks
looks
more like
like-
ice than water.
Looks like Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan.
Nah.
Yep.
Nice. You know what's interesting too, though, is I feel like it's the most un-Struzan poster.
That's why I like it too. Yeah, it's
What,
like the
like-
one that you can't tell 100%.
Yeah, when I
is
first
him.
saw it, I didn't know that was him until I bought his book. I'm like, oh my god, he actually did The Thing.
Wow. Yeah.
It's so different than a lot of his character pieces. Yeah,
Yeah, that's one of my that's why I
It's a
like
good-
it as much as I
it's a
do.
good piece.
It's not
I
like
get-
my favorite poster of his, I'll be honest, but that's one of the reasons I like it so much is because it's like not
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a Drew Struzan poster. Like immediately, like most of his other ones.
All right, get that
Really,
graphic
Brian goes
sketch.
blue hates The Thing. I'm going to take that completely out of context. And imagine that's what he's trying to say.
I like your logo, Brian. That was
Hard
cute.
copy blues likes The Graduate. I love the image from The Graduate. I just don't like the poster. You know, that's like hard. It's weird.
Yeah.
The image on the poster, we enjoy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
terrible
it's like
use of everything
30% of the poster.
Yeah. It's like it's got Godfather syndrome. Except for it's like at least it's a picture you can look at. It's got that going down.
Yeah, I'm just drawing more to
That's-
keep staring at the
that's
Thing poster.
It's not at all accurate
Even
to
though-
the film.
Right. Yeah. I agree with Vin. Even though I like the image a lot and that it's handmade, I still went for The Thing, even though it seems wrong.
Yeah, I just think it's just a beautiful piece of art, regardless.
Right. Yeah.
Like the movie context. But I'm like, it's a mysterious creature that we know nothing about, and that's what they're showing you. And it's icy. So it's cool.
That is the
And
movie.
you can tell he's wearing a big coat with the hood. So
There you go. That's the whole movie.
it gives off just enough to what it's going on. But hey, there's a reason that movie made $5 in theaters. What other movie made $5 in theaters that day? Blade Runner
Ooh.
and Chinatown.
Oh, okay.
And my sister has an Italian Chinatown poster in her living room. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Looks just like this, but all the non-named Italian.
Shoot.
I looked at the clock. I'm like, it's been like 3 hours. And I'm like, oh no, we started at 8 last time. We started at 7. So I was thinking an hour later than what. Chinatown and the Blade Runner.
Oh, this is second to last round, huh? Till we.
Yeah, there's only one more until we swoop through the rest.
Wheel it down.
This side was very Struzan heavy. Looks like.
Yeah, it's weird. They all kind of fell over here. Like I didn't do anything. Well, I'm uncapping my marker. I just wrote what I wanted. All right, we good?
Yeah.
We're good.
3, 2, 1. Flips them. Chinatown on mine. You got 3 Blade Runners. I can live with that.
And I don't feel comfortable with my answer.
Yeah, the Chinatown, I just like how the image came together. You got the smoke like going into the girl's hair, so that's kind of cool. And just, can you bring it up again? Yeah, the detective character looks very mysterious there. I like the colors with the yellows. The title even pops, even though I know it's a small font. I just like the font style too. Looks really cool. To me, it just looks more unique, and it has more of a, I don't know, drawing style to it. And I like the border, the red border. Whereas Blade Runner just feels very busy to me, like overly busy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much exactly what you said. Like Blade Runner is gorgeous. I love the artwork, but yeah, I think it's more interesting and unique because the Blade Runner poster looks like other posters. I don't think I've seen a poster that looks like the Chinatown poster, and I love that the image creeps outside of the red border.
Yeah, the hat popping out
now and again is one of the reasons I like that one so much. But how about you guys?
Well, I do love the Chinatown. I like the composition of it and the artistic nature of it. But the reason I love that Blade Runner poster is from the start, and I wasn't a fan of the movie. This is the power of the poster. I loved that poster. I thought the colors in it, the composition, everything looks so, and I love the sci-fi fantasy element of that poster. And I couldn't wait to buy that. And that poster hung on my wall for a long time when I was younger. So just the fact that the poster looked that good and I wasn't even a fan of the movie, like that's why I love that poster, because it looks just like an incredible poster. I like it.
Yeah, the cityscape at the bottom, that's ultimately what won me over. I was having a tough time with this one, but yeah, that cityscape, just like when I think of that movie, and even when I used to not like the movie, I do now, but when I didn't like the movie, I always pointed to, I love the atmosphere that we're looking at there, the landscape, the cityscape, the lights, all of that. I always thought that was a positive.
And that circular building is so interesting and unique. Yeah. Like the company, it's not just a square building.
Right.
Yeah. They're
like that. Too. I think the Chinatown one has like Art Nouveau influences, which is kind of like, floral rounded edges and things like that. It was really nice too. This was a tough one. It was kind of a coin flip.
How about you, Tim?
That's one of my favorite Struzans. So it's basically, I just freaking love that poster. I love the sci-fi cityscape look. So I'm
like Tim Struzan, right? I thought it was.
That just played into bias. I love that one.
I'm surprised. If it was up against most things, I probably would have gone Blade Runner, but I really like the Chinatown poster. I like Blade Runner more as a movie.
I have more Blade Runner prints in my house than I think any other movie, including more than Jurassic Park. It's just that the aesthetic of Blade Runner, it just lends so well to artwork.
You know what?
Yeah, the artwork in that movie is amazing.
I just had to toss this up because I know it feels like it, and I've always thought it growing up, but John Alvin is the artist for Blade Runner. It's not Drew Struzan.
Oh, shit.
I didn't think it was. Yeah,
I knew when you said that. I'm like, no, because I always thought that.
Oh, fuck. You caught me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. When I learned it wasn't, I was like, oh, really?
He was busy doing the thing at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was through Struzan too, but I'm like, it doesn't quite look like all the other ones that I've seen. So it seemed a bit off. That's why I was surprised when you said it was. But no, you guys know better than me. All right, here's a good one. Everyone's favorite movies got paired together. Back to the Future by Drew Struzan.
We wouldn't be able to see it in the picture. John Alvin's name is in the earth. Like,
yeah, it's on the curve. Yeah. This is the one, Tim. If you remember, it got the Saturn Award for poster design.
Saturn Award be damned, yeah. That's a fake fact.
I don't know which one I'm going for here.
Yeah, they're both good, but I definitely have a preference. All right. You know, when we're all good to go. What people are saying.
Yeah,
It is a tough one. It is. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going the direction of the masses here.
I like them both a lot, but I don't know. One of them's just, I like it too much. Sometimes your personal preference wins out. All right, we're 3, 2, 1. Back to the Future by a hair for me.
I'm knowing E.T.
Yeah, I know, Tim. I was on the fence too, but I just love the colors and composition of that Back to the Future. I always have.
Back to the Future is it's freaking great, the artwork, but at that time, E.T., so they didn't even unveil what E.T. looked like or anything in the promotional, and just thinking about going to a theater, and that's what you see, and you just get that little bit of, here's an alien hand and a finger. It's just, I don't know. It's more intriguing to me, especially based off any promotional stuff leading up. Back to the Future, it says what it is right there. But I don't know. E.T. intrigues me more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the life of the Back to the Future. I tried not to consider this, but how each subsequent movie, we added a character. It's the same composition, but the next one we got Doc. It was cool the way they did that.
Yeah, the evolution of the poster worked. Surprisingly, to its advantage. Yeah, the ET poster is simple, and I like it, but I've never loved it. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, your stars, Mike. The ET poster or the alien poster is missing.
Oh yeah, there you go. So that's what you need.
So I prefer Back to the Future movie wise over E.T. God, that
I do too. I love E.T. though. Also, it's like, I don't know, it's like we've had so many older posters with the big credit blocks and all that nonsense they used to have. It's kind of nice to see a gorgeous, like, full poster that has still adequate word blockage in it that's readable without having to be separated from the artwork. Times are changing in the 80s, I guess.
Wow. All right. So that was round 1, huh?
Yeah. That's the.
Oh, wow. We've seen them all.
Now we're getting into the business here.
Oh boy.
Jaws and Airplane. I'll just leave it up and we'll keep going quicker here. Oh, actually, I gotta remove it just so I can read your guys' things. All right, you good?
I'm not good yet. Hold on.
I went in there until he's thinking. Jaws shirts available at the Convicted Cinephile T-Public store. I did it for 4th of July, just for shits.
Isn't that how Ken pronounces it too?
That's how a lot of Southern people and people from Philadelphia pronounce Jaws.
Philly?
Yeah.
Really? I mean,
it's a very Philly thing, surprisingly.
Tim's like, wait a minute.
I mean, I'm not that.
Apparently. What's wrong with you, Tim?
I don't. I was like, why doesn't Tim say Jaws?
I'm normal.
Okay. All right.
You ready? All right.
3, 2, 1. I'll go Jaws this time.
Oh, wow. You went Airplane. I was wondering if that's where you were going.
I had Jaws and I erased it. And Derek, this is your fault. You pointed out the double Jaws to me. So for a while, I'm not going to like that. I'll get over it. But right now, I don't like it.
It is stupid, though. It's like, why even bother?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to see
other than that, though,
it comes up.
Yeah, it's like just look at it. Just look at that. Come on, like you can see my mouse circling it. Look at that. Jaws, it is.
But I mean, when you think about it, so like that's the original book. So all they did really was just lift that, change the color of the text, and then added a border to it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't even know that was the book for sure, but yeah, it's like It's a gorgeous poster, but yeah, it's gonna get knocked out for a reason, and that's probably the main one. Besides the double titles, of course. Metropolis. And Pulp Fiction. Half of me wanted Star Wars to win just so I could show my Star Wars Metropolis classic, but that didn't work out.
Well, you've showed the glass, so you still won.
My most Apple-less glass. C-3PO is the robot.
These are both good in their own way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I love one more than the other.
I'm again going to be the oddball.
Embrace the oddball, Tim.
I thought I have been a lot of the times, and everyone voted the same as I was earlier, surprisingly. 3, 2, 1. This time I'll go Pulp Fiction, but not by a lot. 3-2 fictions.
Yeah, I just love that Pulp magazine. It's so nice.
Yeah.
But I do
once
love
again,
Metropolis.
the magazine thing, I wouldn't vote for it.
Yeah, so with that, stylistically, graphic design wise, Pulp Fiction is incredible. But the artwork, the illustration of Metropolis,
it's phenomenal. I
gotta go with the illustration over the Photoshop, essentially.
Yeah, even outside of the movie, if there was no movie attached, I'd still want that.
Yeah,
you can hang that on your wall without all the words on it. If you haven't seen Metropolis, go do that. It's really cool.
Starring C-3PO.
Yep.
his sister.
Right, C-3PO's sister.
Pulp Fiction by a hair.
Make me want to change my vote, Tim.
Right.
Here we go back. Hang on, back it up.
You can just vote against Pulp Fiction next time. The same thing. Vertigo and The Thing.
Okay.
That's interesting. I think I know what this is going to come down to.
I think I know, but damn it, I'm going with what I'm going with.
Do it, Tim. Go with that
3, 2, 1. I'm gonna go with The Thing.
Oh my God, Vertigo got it.
Yeah, I'm I think Vertigo's gonna win, but I just love The Thing. It's more mysterious and intriguing to me, but Vertigo's good. I ain't complaining.
Nice.
Although calling your movie a masterpiece before anyone sees it is kind of a douchey thing to do. I would say. Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece. I'm like, you don't even know yet.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
All right. 2 Drew Struzan classics.
No, 1.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's Druzan.
Gotta go
Blade
with
Runner and Back to the Future.
Good on this.
I love them both.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no losers in this tournament. That's the fun thing. By the time we get to the end of it, every answer's correct. As long as you trim the fat in the beginning, like the Godfather poster and crap like that. All right, we good?
I think so.
Yep.
Halfway confident.
2, 1, go. I just love me Back to the Future a little too much.
Oh, look at that, Tim. What did you get?
Future.
Wow.
I guess
Okay.
I freaking love that poster, even if I still screwed up with the artist is on that one.
That's
I love
okay.
it.
It's only
I wouldn't have known either, so I don't feel bad.
longest
Yeah.
time. I totally thought that for the longest time. It's the only reason
I would have
like
assumed that was
questioned
him. Yeah, for sure. So Back to the Future.
Rachel in the Blade Runner one just seems a little out of place. That's why
Yeah,
I voted
she's
against
a little
it this
off.
time.
All right, here we go. Pulp Fiction versus Jaws. Or Plump Fiction, if you've seen it. Has anyone seen Plump Fiction besides me?
No. Was that Who was that? Was that
Julie
the guy
Brown.
from Cannibal?
It's a movie with Julie Brown in it.
Was it Dom DeLuise?
A really bad spoof movie that was like direct to video from like the mid-90s. It was terrible.
This is interesting. I don't know where it's going to go on this one.
It's funny because I've said stuff on opinions on why I voted against each one, and now I have to vote for one of them.
4-1, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all been there at least once so far. All right. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Little Pulp Fiction this time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Slam
I was not
dunk.
expecting it to sweep.
It's that damn double Jaws and the fact that it's a lazy book repeat.
Yeah. You not
That's
mention
just
that.
it. If it wasn't just throwing the book cover in a border,
Yeah.
I would go Jaws, but it's just the book cover.
Yeah.
It's a copycat.
It's
been
not a book cover
yeah.
tournament.
It
It's a
wasn't
movie
original.
tournament.
It's like not even an adaptation. It really is almost rubber stamp.
Yeah, it's like, let's make it red.
Is that why you picked it, Mike? Why'd you pick Pulp Fiction?
Oh yeah. Pulp Fiction, like you guys are saying, the design overall is more interesting. Everything on the Pulp Fiction poster makes sense for the title of the movie and catches your attention, so you want to stare at it longer. The Uma Thurman pose once again is perfect, and I like Jaws. To me, I don't care if it's from the book. I didn't even know that. So, but looking at them side by side, once again, my eyes want to stay more on the Pulp Fiction one. Even though I like the Jaws one, the title's great, the shark sneaking up, but Pulp Fiction's just more to it, more to like on it. So.
It's that Uma magic.
It's that Uma pose, I'm telling you. But then everything around her is perfect too. Yeah.
I'm sort of surprised that was like the most popular poster mentioned, but like it keeps coming back. Like
It's
no
a
matter
very well
how many
composed
times you think we're gonna vote against it, it's like
I mean, everything's great on that too, with the lettering, the font, the colors they use for each of the fonts on there. Like everything matches up perfectly. Like you guys mentioned the 10 cents, the 10 cents font. That's
yeah,
perfect.
it's all very clever.
Yeah. If it was just a regular poster without the theme to it,
Yeah,
it would be
kind of like the
whatever
Grindhouse
poster.
movies, all the embellishments, like made it a little extra fun.
All right. Vertigo versus Back to the Future.
I absolutely know which direction this is going, and I'm not going to go that way.
I don't. I'm voting that way, but I don't know which way you're referring to as that way. So.
Oh, come on. We know which way this is swinging.
Well, I haven't decided yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know, if it goes a certain way, I know which way I'm going to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I might know.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, little chin scratcher got a going on.
This is the toughest one by far. Usually I'm like right away, I got it written down. This one I'm back and forth. Okay.
This is going to make me want to hang my Vertigo poster, though.
I thought I already was hanging.
I have to switch posters out. I don't have enough frames for all my posters.
Yeah, got to freshen it up.
I thought you always had it in that like lit frame or whatever.
No, Spider-Man 2 is in that right now.
Oh yeah,
there
nice.
you go. Nice.
I love Spider-Man 2, but I hate that poster.
It's not great, but it's signed by Raimi, so that's why it's hanging.
Yeah, there's a reason. Yeah.
I got the Spider-Man standee here in my room over there.
I used to have the
Came out
Green
when I worked at the
Goblin
theater.
Spider-Man poster because no one ever had that one. The original Green Goblin poster from the first movie. I'm like, I want that one. It's cool. Spider-Man poster.
For when I met Raimi, something I thought was kind of funny. He refuses to sign Spider-Man 1 posters with the Twin Towers on it.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but he does.
That's respectable.
Yeah. So there was people actually in line that had that, and they had to go find something else to get signed.
Yeah, he's like, no.
I mean, they could just like sell that for a buttload of money probably and get.
Of course, yeah.
What's funny is that the woman was overlooking my Spider-Man 2 to make sure. I'm like, the Twin Towers didn't exist when Spider-Man 2 came out. Like, it's not there.
It's literally only in one poster, so if it's not that one, it's not there.
Right.
I wish I would have gotten that though from the theater when I was working there. I was like, oh, that would have been good. That would have been good to keep. All right, where are we going here?
Where are y'all going? Here we go.
Let's see. 3, 2, 1. I mean, I know we're
I
Vertigo.
knew it.
I know we're going Vertigo. I'm glad we are though, kind of.
It's not
I love
that
that.
good.
That was a very difficult one.
Yeah, I just
It's okay. Every time I look at Vertigo, I think it's like, remember that thing Spirograph as a kid? You put the pin down and it would make
Yeah.
that little
Yeah.
swirly thing. Every time I look at that, I just think it's a Spirograph design.
I kept thinking, do I want Back to the Future because I love the movie or because I love the poster? You know.
Yeah. I
love
mean, I love both. But I'm not complaining about the Vertigo poster, that's for sure. Well, one of the ones I was surprised didn't quite make it was like Rear Window, but like the Rear Window poster, I kept looking at it was like garbage compared to Vertigo. In my own humble opinion.
All right, interesting.
All right. Now you guys have to think. Photoshop posters when they were clever against Vertigo.
Well, I just know what I like.
I already wrote mine down.
I don't think you changed your board.
He literally already wrote this down.
It's like I just left the ink on, uses a Sharpie.
This is my Vertigo board. He just has a Vertigo board on the side of his chair. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, they like Pulp Fiction, but we can go Vertigo.
Yeah, oh, Pulp! Wow,
Pulp one, huh?
Thought you guys were all going to go.
Those lists for a reason, I guess, right?
If Pulp Fiction said Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece, then I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah, so I like I said, the Pulp Fiction is great, but no matter what you put of graphically designed Photoshop, the best Photoshop poster in the world against an amazing illustrated poster, I will never, ever, ever choose the Photoshop poster. I won't do it.
Yeah, this is like a rare instance where I would.
Yeah, too, for sure. That's why I was like, one of the reasons I was surprised it was like mentioned so many times. I was like, yeah, that's just like a Photoshop poster, but I'm like, but it's the right kind of Photoshop.
Right.
Oh, it's fantastically done, but I'm still choosing the illustration in that sense. So
if there was a little more to the Vertigo one, I probably would go. I don't know.
Saul Bass doesn't really.
He's very simple.
Yeah.
He's a simple man. All right. It is, Huck. Here's your pick that you forgot you picked as your pick in the finals. Good job. Against it's your pick versus the most highly mentioned poster on all the lists I researched. In the finals. I'm not because Pulp Fiction made it all the way. It just, I mean, God knows where it ended up. It would have, if it was on the other side, it might not have been here, kind of a thing.
Well, you already know my answer, considering
it's
what
fascinating. I know, Tim. Yeah. Well, we have at least 2 votes.
Lisa, Photoshop takes a lot of talent. Illustration takes more talent and more creativity. I feel. I'm sorry if that comes across wrong, but it's just the way I feel.
Illustration takes talent. Photoshop takes practice.
That's
good. That's actually pretty good.
2 women-led posters here.
Yeah.
Who's gonna get it?
All right.
Let's go.
I think I know, but let's see. 3, 2, 1. Let's disappoint everybody. Tag a video 1. I can't read your.
Oh! Wow!
Look, you won the $50,000 prize.
This is crazy. Wow.
A cheesy 50s sci-fi movie is what made it. Wow.
I mean, let's be honest.
And again,
it's a
just
sexy
off the poster.
Yeah, just
because the movie's just okay. Like Pulp Fiction movies, way better than that movie, but that poster, wow, dang, that's stunning.
Goes.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
50-foot woman. Let this. You're hearing it. There we go. Is the greatest movie poster of all time, apparently.
Look at that.
Honestly, I'm like totally cool with this too. I was like, yeah, I like this a lot. Like the more I looked at it, I'm like, this thing is gorgeous. And talk about a sexy poster. We were saying that about Pulp Fiction.
Right? Very sexy poster. If I had a copy of that,
that's a way sexier poster.
Tim,
that's
we got to
awesome.
order one, right? We got to find one.
I really regret not having that Sandy.
I'll have to do a reprint.
I've already looked at. I could do a reprint. I've looked at originals though, and that God, I think it was $5 grand. At least.
$5 grand, yeah.
None of us did.
You know,
Yeah, none of us.
there's a guy that has a booth at the Hollywood show that I went to. The one, and it's not like a Comic-Con, but it's the one where I met Henry Winkler, and he has a all vintage table. I don't know if you saw some of those templates. It's all like half sheets, one sheets, lobby cards, and it's a lot of old stuff, man. I was just like, I didn't want to touch half of it because I didn't want to like get fingerprints on it or ruin it. And he was holding things that were thousands of dollars. I'm like, wow, these.
So $5,000 was wrong. Just
What is it? It's a little blown out.
Yeah, do you want to blow it up first? Yeah, see if you can see $68,000, $28,000.
Oh my goodness!
For Attack of the 50-Foot Woman poster?
Yes, for an original. Yeah.
Craveny.
The one 31 watchers for the one that's for $24,999. It's got 31 watchers.
Woo!
Yep.
Must suck to be those guys, huh? I wish I had that problem.
That thing
I
is.
gotta get this $25,000 poster.
My wife's
That's
like, did you just spend 24 grand on a poster? No.
But I guess if
it's for you, honey.
Out.
Think about this though. How many are legit still out there? Like you can think of some other big iconic movie from that time period that maybe was in way more theaters. How many theaters had Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, and how many of those posters survived?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
You know, they got moved because, before the days of home video, they would get shuffled around theater to theater to theater to theater to theater a million times.
Yeah.
God knows what, happens in between.
So I will never own an original for this ever.
Yeah.
Until you win the lottery, at least.
Yeah, hit the lottery. I've already lost the lottery twice. It's at 1.2 billion out here. Right, Mike? Did you get your ticket?
No, I have no idea.
But that's why I've told people original posters, especially when you go back to the older stuff, it's no joke the cost. Like it's insane. It's the freaking 1996 release of Vertigo. I spent $300 on it. Never mind going back to the original Vertigo one from the 50s. It's crazy.
I wonder how hard it would be to find a poster from like pre-World War II.
Some posters. So there was
everything.
There was a person that found an original. Was it Frankenstein? It was one of the Universal monsters, but they found it like in their attic or in their wall or something. Wow. And they sold it at auction for like $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to find one of those.
I need to look at my walls.
Tear out all the drywall tonight.
I would part with that like that. See you later, Frank.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because I was like old comic books, the same thing. It's like they would always say like, yeah, donate your old comic books for the war effort, crap like that.
Yeah.
People got rid of so many of them.
The 76 King Kong would be like one of the few that I think could rival 50-Foot Woman, but it's clearly, obviously influenced by. But I've always loved that poster a lot too.
That's a good one too. Yeah, I don't think that showed up on anything.
Really?
Yeah.
He's on the Twin Towers. Has like a jet in his hand.
Yeah, that's a great poster. Yeah. Sam Raimi won't sign it though. That's the problem.
That one, yeah.
Twin Towers.
Or Jeff Bridges won't.
Yeah.
Right.
No, just Sam Raimi. What do you think would be a good one for another one of these if we did another one of these in the future? Because I kind of regret not doing sci-fi posters now. I'm like, why didn't I just do the sci-fi team? Because we did that. But I think I had already had this plan, sort of. I do like the soundtrack idea because I think that was the other one I was shooting across you guys. So everyone else let us know, on the Instagram and what have you.
I love soundtracks, but I like scores more.
Yeah, scores would be good too. Yeah, either or.
I love both.
You could just do a John Williams tournament.
Yeah.
A John Williams tournament and an everything else tournament. We'll do two of them.
Yeah, I feel like they're two separate tournaments. So like our, soundtracks that made us when we did that, on my channel, like that's all like songs, right? And I think that plays different than scores. If you put them against each other,
yeah, they couldn't be in the same thing at all.
Yeah, I think you gotta do two separates.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I just mean a John Williams tournament and a score, two separate score tournaments. But yeah, we're good. All right. But, we're old and I still need to go watch Dead and Breakfast. So I'm going to go do that as soon as we finish here. But before that's over, what do we got going on tomorrow, Tim?
Well, tomorrow, even though I got actually right after this, I should actually put it up on YouTube. But tomorrow night, my channel gonna have a stream, and it's gonna be the Collectors Club, and we all gave each other recommendations for movies, and we all will have by that time watched them all. I finished mine, but Derek still has to go, and I don't know about Mike and Hawk if they finished theirs. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm really itching to talk about the ones that they recommended me. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. 9 p.m. Eastern, my channel. I'll put it on YouTube like right after this. But yeah, I can't. God, Derek's recommendation to me, I have to talk about that. I have to.
Yeah. Listen to
I
Derek.
love it.
God,
He's cackling.
I give it to you for a reason, Tim.
yeah, we'll talk tomorrow on that.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, Mike. Saturday's your day, right?
Yes, Saturday is going to be the recap show for all of the Collectors Club week. So if you missed anything, we're just going to reminisce on some of the best memories, laugh out loud moments, moments that maybe frustrated us or brought us joy or just tons of surprises. It's going to be a wild time. So we're going to give our commentary. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out.
All right. And Huck, you got anything special coming up?
I'm
Non-collector.
just along for the ride, baby. Thanks for having me along here. This was fun. It was great.
Oh yeah.
Subbed everybody's stuff. If you missed the earlier part of our mega week, go check them out. We did a collectors club. We did a trivia. I did a mug. We got tonight. It's like they just keep on coming. So if you like this and you missed those, go check some out. And now this guy.
Let's go. Scroll back up because I got to scroll up from Huck down here. Oh, jeez.
Do I go ahead?
There he is, Derek. Thanks for being here. Thanks
So
for
yeah,
having actual, artistic, integrity and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate you inviting me onto this Collectors Club week. You had a lot of cool stuff going on, all of you. But yeah, thanks again for having me on. It was a lot of fun. I don't have anything specific coming up. Like I don't have any lives I'm appearing on soon, but I'm just posting a video every day, somewhat usually, almost always movie related.
Nice. Unless it's a colonoscopy, right?
Colonoscopy, yeah. I got a burn pile video coming up pretty soon.
Oh yeah, finally. Yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I don't have anything up on the pike officially, except for what we're doing tomorrow and the next day. And yeah, thanks for joining us in the Collectors Club week. I'm just gonna say again, if y'all didn't watch ours last night on Mike's channel about Christopher Nolan's stream, that stream was awesome, and we're gonna do that format again as often as possible because I personally loved how it worked out. So you should really all go watch that one. If you pick one, I think that's the one you should watch because there's some good organic conversations about Christopher Nolan's filmography that came out of that one. But that's just me talking. So on that note, thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.